Greetings, Pilgrim. It's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and you are watching the Sense of Wonder YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a walk in the library. I've got a book/video for you today, and it's Sunday, which means we're going to be visiting a cathedral. And this one's a little unique in a few different ways. For one thing, the exterior is Neo-Romanesque, and the interior is Gothic Revival, and I found that rather interesting. It's a beautiful, beautiful cathedral in Providence, Rhode Island. Oh, and another thing is that it has a configuration of stained glass windows that I've never seen before in a church or cathedral. We're going to take a look at that. This is the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul in Providence, Rhode Island. So if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we visited New York City to see some churches and cathedrals, and we ran into a demonstration. People were protesting, and I got stuck right in the middle of it. It was an interesting experience. They shut down part of New York City walking down the middle of the street and whatnot. And the reason why I mentioned that is because in this video we traveled to Providence, Rhode Island, which is an old New England city with a lot of flavor. It's a small, big city. You know, it's interesting. I like Providence. But, and I walked around. I spent the day trip there. I walked around looking at various things and visiting different sites. I managed to get to a couple of places. But they also were having a demonstration there, too, and I thought that was a bit of a coincidence. This is America. People protest and have demonstrations, and this is outside the city hall. But I just thought that was a coincidence. So let's take a look here. This is Providence in the state of Rhode Island in New England, and we'll take an overhead look at the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul. There it is, and notice how it is in a cruciform shape like most cathedrals, but the arms side to side are rather shortened. I found that interesting too. And we're going to take a look at the outside. This is Neo-Romanesque, which is okay. I really like the look of Gothic cathedrals, but there's the cornerstone. Let me see. Neo-Romanesque is a mid-19th century creation, and it's inspired by 11th and 12th century Romanesque architecture. This particular one was designed in 1873, groundbreaking in 1878, and consecrated in 1879. And this picture here is of the Smithsonian, which is also Neo-Romanesque, and probably the best example of Neo-Romanesque. And I took these pictures there at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and we will be visiting that at some point in an upcoming video in my Road Trip America series. So I mentioned the stained glass windows are kind of unique in this cathedral, and here I wanted to show you what I meant by that. See how this, within the cruciform here, there's a stained glass window on one wall and then another one immediately on the 90-degree wall, and I found that interesting. Here's another picture there. I've never seen that in a church or cathedral before. I don't know if it's unique to this place, but I just found that kind of wonderful. And the way it sheds the light, brings the light in, is really, really quite something. It's on both sides. As a matter of fact, it's on all four sides. No, I think it's only on two sides of the cross like that. Just seems to me to be, a rather unique design aspect of this cathedral. So I'm going to show you some video of the inside, and then I'm going to actually let you listen to. It was a unique little coincidence that while I was in there, they were tuning the organ or repairing it. I think they were tuning it, and look how beautiful that ceiling is. Isn't that something? But so we're going to do a little video of the interior, which is beautiful. And then we're going to listen to a little bit of tuning the organ, which is slightly irritating, but, give it a chance. Listen to it. I found that interesting. I watched them, working on it. It was kind of nice. And then we will launch into a musical piece, which is Beethoven's Ode to Joy. And we'll finish off by looking at taking a closer look at some of the stained glass windows.